It's hitting the vulnerable so much harder, and they're dying.
A refrain from officials we've heard throughout the pandemic that Ernest McGowen says rings true.
COVID has just exacerbated a lot of these structural problems that were already there for people of color.
The political science professor at the University of Richmond is curious how health and economic disparities are impacting the mental health of the Black community as a whole.
We wanted to see what is that effect actually going to be on other people of color.
Since the early days of the pandemic, the CDC has regularly surveyed thousands of Americans on when they feel anxiety and depression. The data shows Black and brown people are reporting elevated levels compared to other groups, and McGowen thinks that links to something he studies closely: social identity theory.
This idea that when something happens to a member of a group that you belong to, then you feel that same emotion more acutely than someone that's from another group. But because they see these disparities going on, then they may have higher levels of that kind of depression and anxiety.
Although their analysis is not final, McGowen says it appears this is happening regardless of a person's socioeconomic status. Those of means, in theory, can better avoid risks by working from home or driving their car to get a COVID test.
So the impact on you would seem to be lower, but we still see those higher levels in the African American.
As for the implications of this research,
I would say we need more empathy.
McGowen says the virus has become political in some cases, and that has real-world consequences.
So COVID is just another thing that is showing how that kind of politics and how that ideology goes into how certain people feel. That is one of the major issues that I think that we are going to have to deal with going forward.
If you or someone you know might be struggling with your mental well-being, we have resources on WTVR.com/YouAreNotAlone. Working for you in Richmond, Jake Burns, CBS 6 News.